Hey everybody, welcome to Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. We're gonna do a fun show. We're gonna be arguing our ass off here in a minute. Nothing matters, and what if it did? What do you got to say about that?
Well, I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is our choices, maybe. So our choices don't matter. Is kind of what because if nothing matters, so I would say, there's an eternal, and I think this is where you kind of had led me to, so it's your fault. But there's an eternal consequence to all of our choices. No, not everybody believes that. Not everybody accepts that.
Well, they ought to.
Well, but you often say, well, I'm talking about the here and now. I'm talking about we live right here now.
No. Make no mistake. I don't not believe in God. I know that. But when we're doing these shows, we're often talking about America. And when you're talking about America, that's not about heaven. That's about where we live as a country.
Hell, right? No, okay.
Now on top of the ground. That's us after that.
But I think, I guess one way that I've learned is it's called a world. You've heard of worldview, right?
Yeah, I'm not fond of it. Because
I guess one way there's one worldview is to look at life from a biblical worldview. That means through the lens of Scripture, or you could say through the lens of God's viewpoint. So eternity, eternity has a huge part of God's existence, right?
Question.
Okay.
As somebody that likes to talk about the here and now, hey, live in the now. We're not dead yet, right? Okay.
Right. But your choices.
But
he knocked on wood, by the way. That's what that was about.
No, I'm saying, doesn't life matter? Doesn't humanity matter? Don't you care about your kids and your grandkids while they're here on Earth, while their feet's on the ground instead of under them? Under it? I mean...
Well, I do, but I feel eternity is much more important than here and now. Them to have... them to go to heaven versus hell is a lot bigger issue to me than anything else.
I think if you don't appreciate the life God gave you during the time He gave you on the top of the earth, you are sinning because... I'm not saying, we are, the reason why America is the best country in the world. I mean, I don't mean in the world now. I mean in the history of the world. Is we were founded on a Judeo-Christian worldview. And, but there is no world, no. I don't like worldview because the worldview means all the other things that aren't that. It's not a worldview. It is from the Bible.
Beliefs. A Judeo-Christian
Beliefs, yes.
Okay.
Not a worldview.
Foundation.
There is no worldview in this. And that's why America, which is a miracle. Which we could use.
Was a miracle.
We could use
one and get another one. Yeah.
But no, which is why we became what we did because of that. You know what? God's not on anybody else's side. You're on God's side or you're not. And that's the thing to know.
Well,
and being on top of the planet matters. We're not here just in a petri dish to just squirm around for a while until He decides to pluck you out and take you with Him. We're supposed to do stuff, man.
Right.
We're supposed to be productive human beings. We're supposed to matter to other people. We're supposed to help other people. We're supposed to figure our own stuff out.
Treat others as the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I'll say this, though, is when you do have the peace of God in you, which is salvation and hope that Jesus died for my sins, so I'm not going to go to hell, I will live a life more joyful. Okay, I should live a life
We
more
are paying
joyful.
attention to time now.
Yeah.
but,
But do you hear what I'm saying?
yes.
I mean, so I can live a life of joy and peace, and and enjoy what God's given me, but I still am doing it for God. I'm serving God in that because I have this hope
I understand what you're saying.
that is eternal. That now, but my motivation still is I hope. I mean, I lose perspective sometimes as life gets in the way because problems and trials and tribulations
I
and
get what you're
stresses.
saying.
But I still need to remember that I want to share the hope and salvation of who Jesus is with my friends and family.
Right.
So I still have to keep. I have to live here, but I still want to keep eternity in perspective, in mind, in view.
See, that's why we do
Okay.
this show.
Yeah.
No. You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. That's why the Constitution matters, because that's what America is to live your life like that, like what you just said right there.
The problem is, though, we have lost perspective of God
John,
in the midst of
John
our
Adams,
freedom.
John Adams.
Would you
said-
agree?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Have you watched any of the previous shows? Were you there for those, Joe?
So John Adams, what?
John Adams said, and I've said this on previous
He's gonna
shows,
kick the camera again. Watch.
Oh, Judas Priest. Okay, if
John Adams.
this country can only be governed under this Constitution with a crap
Respect for God.
something else with an informed moral citizenry. Guess what? We're not that. Okay, that's why everything's going down the shithole, and I apologize for that, but it's true. That's why everything's going down the toilet, and that we are not moral, and we're not informed.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. And when I say informed, okay, it's self-serving, but it means you got to know about God, and you got to have your moral grounding,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to know about history to know what not to do and how.
Right. Well, I think that's
and-
something that we've
And
lost
this is what
sight
we're,
of,
and
too,
this is what we
you know?
are so trying to do. That's the purpose of the show.
with the show. Yeah.
So
Well, and I guess one thing I want to kind of, and I hope this is safe. If not, you can tell me. But thinking of, we recently did a show about your cousin Pat.
right, yeah.
And thinking of his eternity, and we don't know the hearts of people, but did you ever have a God talk with him? I mean,
like I said, one of my biggest regrets. We talked about the show. We talked about his photography.
okay.
He told me fun things about the family I didn't know.
Well, and
and I always thought I had time.
Well,
to talk to
Dave,
him
I
about other
want to say
things.
this
And,
is, we talked about the Lord, and so if he watched our shows, he heard
Right.
the message.
But,
Because you had a cousin one time that had made a comment about watching the show, and you were
Laura,
happily
yeah.
surprised, and you said that she
Hey, kiddo.
commented.
Comment.
Well, you said that she commented about your faith, and it came out. Your faith came out.
Well, you were here. You saw it on
But
there.
I guess what I'm saying is sometimes we don't always take or have the opportunity
You
to
have
share
no idea.
with people.
You have no idea
but
who
we
you
did.
reach and how you
right. Thank you.
reach. And
Thank you.
yes.
So we will wrap this up because Pat would be telling us right now to wrap it up. So
I know we would. We gotta go.
All right. God
We
bless
gotta go
y'all.
now.
Thanks a lot. See you, Pat.